We are each on our own journeys. Our life journeys are like this great river where we join and part and move and flow. We travel constantly through tributaries and channels, flow into the sea, and then back into smaller rivers. Our course seemingly set before us, but we also have agency in our trajectory. And we are not the river itself. Each of us is just a drop flowing with other drops, our fellows on our journey, our partners, our friends, or perhaps other droplets that we don't mix with so well. Just flowing, flowing, flowing. And we all, every one of us, has a unique perspective on our journey, and therefore an equally unique theory about where we are going and the best way to get there. It's kind of funny when you think about it. As humans, none of us really know why we're here or where we're going, but boy, are we opinionated about it. Our day-to-day lives can be so full of purpose and stress, this anxiety over getting it right, doing our jobs, working hard, keeping this mighty river flowing. And yet, where are we going? We all have such deeply held beliefs about the best way to get there when we don't even really know where we are going. Some folks feel as though they know because from their perspective, they can see a little bit over the ridge. They see a mountain or a valley. Maybe they see a cross or a wheel and say, oh, we're headed towards a cross, or oh, we're on a wheel. But others have a different perspective. We only see part of the picture, but we can become so convinced that what we see is the totality of reality. Well, spoiler alert, it never is. It never, ever is. While we are in these physical bodies, not one of us ever sees the totality of reality for what it truly is. But the clues are all around us. The question is whether you will hold tightly to your piece of the puzzle, your perspective, or will you try to take in other perspectives, putting other pieces together with your puzzle piece, gathering all the clues about what this journey truly is. This is the beauty of our faith. We are a people who embrace all sorts of diversity, including diversity of belief. We extend an unbounded invitation to faith, striving to react with curiosity when we come across a worldview that is new or strange or doesn't resonate with us. As you use, sometimes we're even tempted to describe our diversity of beliefs as you can believe anything you want. And I'm not sure that's true. We don't welcome the fervent, unrepentant, violent Nazi into our midst. We don't consider the dyed-in-the-wool misogynist might have a point. We do stand for something. We stand for a lot of things, and they're captured in our principles. But when we are at our best, we strive to approach beliefs and worldviews that are reprehensible to us with curiosity. What brought this person to see the world from such a dismal or hateful perspective? And is there any comfort we can offer? Because we recognize that we are each on our own journeys and none of us know where we're going, let alone the best way to get there. So faith is the spiritual work that we do as drops in this great river. Faith is the flowing, the connecting, the parting of ways and finding one another again. Faith is the doing, the work of, as Ram Dass said, being here now. In his book, The Five Invitations, Zen hospice leader Frank Oteski extends 5 invitations to a life of faith, a life of being here now. And these 5 invitations to life have been gleaned from the wisdom of the dying. I'll pause here for just a moment to say that the phrase near-death experiences can have a negative sort of woo-woo, unscientific, new agey connotation, but in reality, we have so much to learn from the dying because they are closer to the great answer, the mysterious source, the mouth of the river. They're so much closer to that than the rest of us. So the 5 pieces of wisdom that are gained from Zen hospice are invitations to live a full life with meaning and purpose. These glimpses of the mouth of our river have brought us not new insights, but the wisdom of the ages. Starting with number 1, impermanence must be embraced as a constant. Whether we like it or not, changes happen. Those things that we most value, the things that we rely on for their permanence, will change. So therefore, number 2, we must be radically and fearlessly receptive. Receptive to what? To everything, good and bad. Everything changes and we must be receptive to those changes. Number 3, that receptivity must include even ourselves. This is a hard one. I both practice and teach mindful self-compassion. And while self-compassion can sound easy peasy, just lying around eating bonbons, it's actually very hard work, especially for those of us who have been infected by the Protestant work ethic. Many, maybe all of us, have a critical voice in our heads that warns us that if we dare to be kind to ourselves, we will quickly devolve into slovenly, selfish creatures. A fellow minister once told me that the job of a minister is to remind people of their inherent worth. That throughout the week, this knowledge is beaten out of us by our culture, and on Sundays, we are yet again reminded that we are inherently worthy. So, to recap the invitations to faith so far, 1, change is inevitable. 2, therefore, we must radically embrace everything that comes to us. And 3, we must begin by attempting to radically embrace our true selves. 4, the way to begin self-compassion and self-acceptance is that once you recognize the impermanent state of the world swirling around you, allow yourself to be the quiet space in that storm. Stop searching for a center to grab hold of because everything changes, even the thing you cling to for stability will change. Allow yourself to be the constant, the stability. Allow yourself to be the quiet, safe space. You already are. So it's time to notice it. A UU DRE shared a story with me about struggling in an advanced math class. Now, I've never even taken an advanced math class, let alone struggled in one, but her story was about sitting in the classroom trying to comprehend infinity. So if you have a number line and the positive integers go one way to infinity and the negative integers go another way to infinity, where is the middle? What is the center of infinity? And if our universe keeps expanding possibly to infinity, then where is the center of our universe? And this woman telling this story said she laughed out loud in the middle of class and burst out, "I am the center of the universe." And everyone looked at her like she had just lost her marbles because that was not the designated mathematical answer that they were looking for in this situation. But she was also right. In an infinitely expanding space, every point is the center. Therefore, you are the center. You are the center of the universe, and you are the eye of the hurricane. You are the calm port in the storm. The fifth invitation to faith invites us to the present moment, to our own inner sense of calm, by reminding us of something we constantly forget, that we are loved and that is all we know. The Buddhists cultivate what is called beginner's mind, or don't know mind, meaning letting go of the human habit of making up stories, telling stories about everything, finding a reason behind everything, making everything make sense to our minds. Just let go and remember that deep down we don't know. We don't know why we are here or where we are going. And though we may have theories about the best way to live, none of us truly knows for sure. So you can be that calm space in the storm of life by letting go of your stories and resting in the calm openness of don't know mind. And I'm going to read from this book for a moment. We are aided in our journeys of transformation when we open to mystery, an intangible experience or force that we cannot predict, measure, or explain. It cannot be solved or even fully known by the conceptual mind. It cannot be captured, but as when we listen to an extraordinary piece of music, we can give ourselves over to mystery completely. We don't just observe mystery. We realize that we are mystery. It lives through us. Or, as Lin-Manuel Miranda wrote in Disney's lovely movie Encanto, the miracle is not some magic that you've got. The miracle is not some gift. The miracle is you. So we continue, we little drops of water, on our journeys, separate and together, flowing we don't know where or why. And it is the diversity of our experiences that gives us faith. And faith tells us that we are the mystery and that the miracle is you. Amen.